Here's some local coverage from Massachusetts, from MassLive.com, on how the families of kids receiving life-saving medical treatment have been told over the last few days that they would have to pick up and return to their home countries and stop this crucial medical treatment for their kids. Quote, attorneys and doctors started hearing from clients late last week that they received the notices in the mail. There was no announcement other than the letters giving patients 33 days to leave the country. Many of those letters arrived in patients' mailboxes halfway through that grace period. One attorney representing some of those families telling Mass Live, quote, our government should focus its limited resources on truly dangerous people, not on the most vulnerable. Joining us now is that attorney I just quoted. Her name is Mahsa Kanbabi. She's the head of the New England chapter of the American Immigration Lawyers Association. Ms. Kanbabi is representing some families who may be forced out of the country due to this unannounced change in policy from the Trump administration. Ms. Kanbabi, thank you very much for giving us some of your time tonight. Appreciate you being here.
Yeah, thank you, Rachel. It's a pleasure to be here.
Let me ask you first if I've explained this right. I've been trying to piece this together from local news coverage in a couple of different locations now. Have I basically got this right in terms of what your clients are up against right now?
Absolutely, yes. You've described it perfectly.
Today, this story got a little bit strange when U.S. Citizenship and Immigration started saying that some other agency in the Trump administration is going to keep running the medical deferral program. And then that other agency, ICE, said, oh, no, we're not. We don't know what you're talking about. Do you have any clarity on this? Have your clients been able to figure out what that might be about? The Trump administration seems to not know what it's talking about on this anymore.
Yeah, no, sadly, there's really been no explanation of what we can expect as attorneys or what our clients can expect in terms of what they should be doing. There's been no guidance. It's been totally silent from the government. And frankly, like you said, I think they really didn't care to even put a plan in place to try to help these really desperate and vulnerable people.
Or to even explain to the public what they're doing. I mean, the part of it that is surprising to me is that there's been no announcement. There's been no plan to explain this. I mean, obviously, this is such an inflammatory thing. There are going to be hard questions asked. People are going to want an explanation and a justification for what they're doing. And it's just a gaping maw over there from the administration. I'm sorry, I don't mean to put that on you. But let me just ask you, in terms of your clients and what you're learning about this, what can you advise your clients to do at this time?
Yeah, I mean, sadly, I think we're really just trying to figure out the best way to move forward for our clients and whether or not applying to ICE is a valid option or not. I mean, ICE obviously is really not known in being a friendly, humanitarian type of agency that would be willing to take these really sensitive cases seriously. And so I think it's really frightening for a lot of people. And that's part of what the administration has been trying to do over these last 2 years, is to sow a lot of fear and panic among immigrants and hope that they'll just kind of quietly go away and not apply and not make a fuss about this because they're scared and really, I mean, not only worried about their safety here, but about their child's life.
Are you, in fact, facing cases in terms of your own clients in which this is a potentially life-threatening situation for children in these families, for other family members here, where they're getting treatment here that they can't get other places, that if they are forced out of the country, that their lives will be in danger?
Yeah, I actually have a couple of clients that just got denial notices over this past 1 week. I have one young man, really nice young man, who sadly has some mental health issues. He came here on a visitor visa to get some treatment, and sadly his condition deteriorated significantly, and he's actually been hospitalized now, but he's getting, the best care that he can get for his condition. And the government has now told him, no, sorry, you need to leave in 33 days. I mean, there's no way this young man is going to be able to leave a hospital. He's committed there because of the seriousness of his condition. And my other client is this young girl, 14 years old, who has a very serious heart condition. She had heart surgery, and she's recovering now, but is going to need follow-up surgery and constant monitoring and care. And again, she came on a visitor visa. She came here legally, applied for this, and sadly has now been told, no, sorry, you need to leave in 33 days.
She's literally between heart operations. She's had one. She is recovering. She has another one ahead of her, and they're trying to force her out of the country?
That's right. And honestly, Rachel, I'm not shocked. This administration has tried to dismantle legal immigration over the last 2 years on a number of different fronts. When you look at it, at the travel ban, I mean, that's a perfect example of, again, of the inhumanity of this administration and not caring that there are people that need urgent life-saving care to come here for that, or to come here to see a family member that may be dying. To other avenues like the H-1B program being targeted or international students being targeted. And the morale at the State Department, for example, is terrible because of the conditions that these political appointees have created in these agencies.
Mahsa Khambabi, who's chair of the New England chapter of the American Immigration Lawyers Association, who's representing some of these families who are up against this unannounced change in policy from the Trump administration. Ms. Khambabi, thank you for helping us with this. As I said, there's not been a lot of national coverage on this yet. Please do stay in touch. We'd love for you to keep us apprised as this continues to develop.
Thank you. I'd love to.
All right. Much more to get to tonight. Stay with us.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.